Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Larry's Speed and Performance. I'm Larry Dawkins. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to introduce the channel. We're going to talk about my project car, my 1986 Mazda RX-7. Just kind of go over a couple things. So 26 years old, brand new to YouTube, trying to figure this out and see if it's something I want to keep doing or not. I'm in Germany. I've been in Germany for the last 5 years. I'm airborne artillery with the 173rd Airborne Brigade. I'm stationed in Grafenwehr. I live in Vilseck, Germany with my beautiful wife, Kate. We've been married for about 2 years. We've been together for about 4. So most of this channel is going to be pretty much car related. I might do some vlogs, might do a couple reviews. Don't really know what I'm going to do yet. I'm just going to kind of figure it out and see where it takes us. So my project car, it's a 1986 Mazda RX-7. I've had the car for 6 years, going on 7 years in February. I daily drove the car for about 4 years. Before this, I was stationed in Fort Riley, Kansas. That's where I purchased the car. I didn't really do anything to the car when I was in the States. Just a couple odds and ends, maintenance issues mainly. When I got the car was pretty good, but it definitely needed a couple things. Put a new clutch on it and stuff like that. New wheels, new steering wheel, shift knob, just basic things. Cleaned up the car a bit, and then shipped the car over to Germany. I've been in Germany for 5 years this week, and I haven't really driven the car much since I've been in Germany. The car's been apart for the last 3 years, 3.5-ish years. I don't even remember when I tore the car apart originally. Even then, I didn't drive the car much. I had another car I was driving, so I also had a couple registration issues when I first got here, and so the car spent a lot of time just sitting. I'd run it, start it every weekend, cycle the fuel through it, but that was about it. And then started having issues, electrical issues, fuel line issues, and there was just stuff with the car I just generally wasn't happy with. So I made the decision to pull the car apart and make it what I truly envisioned the car to be. So it's a 1986 Mazda RX-7. It's a base model. It is silver with blue interior. I'll be showing you guys the car here in a bit. Very clean car for what it is. It's a Midwestern car, pretty much all of its life. Has like 220,000 miles on it. I think I bought it with 200,000. So I mean, I did a fair bit of driving on it. It's a 13B rotary engine, naturally aspirated. It's the 6-port. It's not going to get a turbo. It's going to stay naturally aspirated. I'm doing all the work myself on the car. I'm using the car as kind of like a portfolio project car. The end goal is I would like to start computer tuning full time. So I'm kind of building that car with that in mind. But for the car itself, it's just going to be a very nice, fun daily driver. Not even daily driver, just when the weather's nice, something to, take out, enjoy a little bit. Something that's a lot of fun on the German back roads, handles well, is responsive, and just overall good fun to drive. It's pretty basic. I rebuilt the engine myself. It has a mild street port in it I used the Mazda Tricks template. I ported it myself, my first time porting an engine. I built the engine myself. I sent the housings off to Goopy Performance so they can be resurfaced. Built it myself. The rebuild kit I used is a Atkins Rotary Complete rebuild kit. Painted the engine and everything. And I'll actually show you the engine. This is my engine. It's the 13B rotary engine. It's a 6-port. Normally the 4 ports are connected right here. So you got your 6-port rotary engine. The power goals out of this are probably, I'm hoping for about 150 horsepower. Built it myself, painted the irons, Goopy Performance repowder coated the housings and everything. I've got new 550cc injectors. I've got the factory fuel rail that I adapted into -6 AN. I'm going to be running a Haltech Elite 1500 harness, plug and play harness, along with the computer and wiring harness and everything. Then we go out here. is the RX-7 itself. Like I said, today the engine's gonna go in the car. Probably should have time lapse of that, but there's a mess of wiring in there, all right there and stuff. That's all gonna go away. Recently, I painted the entire engine bay, just automotive primer, nothing crazy. I've got my Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator with the Haltech fuel pressure sensor on it. My -6 offline. That's gonna be the return line all the way up around the firewall, and then got my fitting I've already flared. I have to get a new fitting for it, but other than that, the return line is complete. Yeah. Other than that, we'll start putting this engine in the car. The engine is now in the car. This is a very huge moment. It's been about 3.5 years since the motor's been in the car, as I said before. Boom. Rotary engine in the car. So, it's not for the final time. It's only temporary. I'm waiting on a bunch of parts to come in and hardware, specifically for the clutch and transmission to mate the transmission to the engine. But it's in the car, and I put it in the car so I can actually still be doing stuff. I'm gonna be building all my fuel lines, so all my supply lines. As you can see, like, I've got all the supply lines I need to build, coming from the tank up into the injectors, out to the fuel pressure regulator, just stuff like that. I can also build my spark plug wires. I can start laying out my wiring harness for everything. It's 2 bolts. It goes in the car super easy. But once I get all my hardware, the fuel lines will be done, the spark plug wires will be done, wiring harness will be ran for the most part, and then transmission on, clutch on, put it back in the car for the final time, and probably get this thing running very, very soon. Next video, we're going to do a complete walk around of the car. I know this video was kind of like shotgunned. I introduced myself, saw me work on the car, put the engine in the car. Like I said, that's a huge moment. That's the first time the engine's been in the car in like 3 years. Very excited about that. But the next episode, I'll pull the cover off the car, and we'll do an actual like walk around of it and build and kind of lay out the actual plans of it. I'll show you all the parts I got. You can see over here, I've got all the box of Haltech goodies. It's everything. It's the computer, the harness, the fuse block, the relays, everything. It's a very beautiful setup. So I'll go through all that next week. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.